Hello.
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 That's it. That's the intro.
Bing, bang, boom.
Hello, Cinephiles. Welcome to Silver Screen Sips, a podcast where three idiot friends talk about movies. And today we ask and answer the question, put your name in the fire.
Oh my God. It's Mike
He's gonna have to do
Peaks.
that again. Yeah, that was.
So, I feel like we haven't recorded in forever. This is
We
weird.
have not.
This is wild, man.
Took a week off because you were in Ohio, and then Isaiah was sick.
Dude, I legitimately, after going to Ohio, I've had 2 nightmares about ticks where they're just on me.
You're not down with Lyme disease.
I'm really not a fan of ticks.
Someone I work with actually caught Lyme disease recently.
Oh, geez.
From a
What are
tick.
the symptoms of Lyme disease? Like, what is
Lyme disease, the first thing you're going to notice is a target-shaped rash forming somewhere on your body, usually where the tick bit you. And I'm serious, like it's going to look like a bullseye target, basically. It's just like form concentric circles and spread out kind of thing. What happens afterwards as disease progresses, you have like intense bodily pain, intense arthritic pain on all your joints and throughout your entire body. And it's a very uncomfortable feeling. In my coworker's case, he is currently being medicated. He sees a pain management doctor and stuff like that, and they have like other stuff that they're supposed to give you. But there is no cure for Lyme disease. It's irreversible as far as I understand. I'm going to Google this to be sure.
Don't you get like allergic to like red meat too?
Yes, it can cause a genetic change that causes you to be allergic to red meat.
That's crazy.
I know.
I used to live in Connecticut. That's like tick central. Like,
yeah,
I'm surprised I never got bit.
And you got very lucky.
Not even the ticks want you. Sorry,
Damn,
that was so mean. That was so mean.
Jesus.
I am so sorry.
Fever, headache, fatigue, and a characteristic skin rash called erythema migrans.
Welcome to Silver Screen Sips MD, where we tell you about the randomest fucking disease.
And if you okay, so here's something I didn't know. If you don't treat it, like if you're not using the treatments, it goes beyond just your joints. It can also spread to your heart and your nervous system.
Ooh. Can you die?
Yes.
Yeah, I would imagine.
So long story short.
Don't go to Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah, long story short, don't go to Ohio. Oh my God.
Wait, is Ohio in the middle? Is that west? Is it Midwest?
It's technically Midwest. It's like just near Indiana. Or sorry, Illinois is what I meant to say.
It's weird. I can't like.
It's right below Wisconsin.
I know a lot of states, and then
like near Lake Erie. It's it's like connected to Lake Erie. Okay. Lewis, what do you got for us on the menu today?
I'm sorry, it's the link is fucking up, so I'm trying to search it. It's the aptly named Goblet of Fire.
Oh my God! Please don't say it's like filled with Fireball or something.
The Goblet of Fire cocktail, inspired by the Harry Potter series, this bubbly, fiery, ruby red drink is a mix of smashed blackberries, rum, bitters, sweet honey, and spices. A little spiced rum on top lights the drink up with spooky flames, adding such an element of fun. Oh, so you can use like 151 and like light this bitch on fire real quick.
Oh, hell yeah.
This incredibly simple cocktail is nothing short of delicious. It's a perfect moody drink to serve up this Halloween or anytime you're in need of a good Harry Potter cocktail. If you've read the Harry Potter series or seen the movies, you know that the Goblet of Fire is a goblet for the Triwizard Cup that students throw their names into to be selected to compete. And that's why Dumbledore was like, "Hey, where did you put your name in?"
I love how it peaks every time and you just don't hear anything he says.
I love it too. I actually watch my screen. You can see that I'm talking and the mic is registering, and then I watch it like stop and come back. I don't know why it's peaking either. I don't know if it's like the pitch or the speed at which I'm saying it.
Volume.
Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
There you go. That's it.
Here are the details. This drink is basically an old fashioned made with rum and smashed blackberries. So you muddle your blackberries with golden rum, bitters, and a small drizzle of honey to sweeten the taste. If you would like, you can add a touch of rosemary. That sounds interesting.
Fancy.
And then shake, Sonora. Shake your body down. Work. Anyway, after shaking,
associated with these two people.
After shaking the drink, you strain into a fun goblet-style glass or a wine glass. And if you want to light it on fire, you're going to add a floater of 151 or a higher proof rum on top, and then go ahead and use your little lighter.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't use Fireball.
Fireball?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be too easy, but I'm glad they went the extra mile.
If you want to make sparks while you light this drink, apparently you can sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon.
I like that.
And then to chill the drink back down, what you're going to do is you light your fire for the presentation and whatnot. You can sprinkle a little cinnamon for sparks and stuff, and then you can just blow it out and add an ice cube to chill your drink back down, and then go ahead and drink.
Nice. I like it.
Pictures this person took of their creation are actually very beautiful.
I love a good, beautiful photo of alcohol.
And if you guys on listening would like to see them, we do post all of the drinks in our Discord with all the ingredients and how to do them. They're also in the description of the YouTube videos.
Yes. Isaiah, what do you rate it? Or Lewis, what do you rate it?
I think I am not a rum person, but this sounds really interesting, and especially like the muddled blackberries. It's a very big appeal for me personally. I'm actually, since today is my sister's birthday, as I've mentioned that, I'm going to be doing a lot of muddling for blackberries and stuff because we're making blackberry mojitos.
Happy birthday, sister.
Would you say it like that?
I don't know. Sister.
In either case, I would give this a 4.5 out of 5.
Nice. Isaiah?
I would like to try it. I give the same score as Lou, 4.5 out of 5. I'd love to give this a shot. I'd also feel like it's also part of the what do you call it? The showmanship, like to watch it be made and to have the fire and the sparks and all that stuff. I feel like
that's a big part of it. Like, I feel like if you didn't have that element, it wouldn't be as high of a rating.
Yeah.
No, I also, like if we want to get into the whole zodiac signs, oh my God. It really speaks to my inner Leo.
Oh my God.
No, really the showmanship does actually appeal very much to my personality and what I would eventually like to be as a bartender, because I do like to kind of be a little bit of a showman when I do stuff. I actually made a dude at my job. I made him a small. I normally make the smoked I make all the drinks at the service station.
Yeah.
But because I didn't notice them sitting there and I wanted to kind of like spice it up a little bit for them and like make it fun, I was like, I'm going to try something I haven't done before. And I made his old fashioned right in front of him, like at his seat kind of thing. So it was really cool show right there. Even though I looked very awkward. I was like, I've never done this before. I'm sorry.
I think I would give it, I'm also not a huge rum fan, but I do like the aspect of the fire. So I will give it a 4 out of 5 because of entertainment.
Fire.
Yes, exactly. Fire.
The other thing I would do with this differently.
Yes.
If we weren't going to set it on fire, I would smoke it the way you would an old fashioned.
Oh, yes. Okay, I thought you meant like legitimately smoke it.
I'm going to smoke liquid. Yes.
I was like, that sounds like you'll die.
I think there's an alcohol vaporizer that exists or something like that.
I think so. Isaiah, what sign are you again? Scorpio?
I am a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
That makes so much sense. Oh my God.
Shut up.
I literally don't know anything about Capricorns.
I don't either.
Apparently,
that's like the one sign I know nothing about. I know.
Apparently, I'm very loyal and very happy. Go-getting.
Happy? Sorry, that was mean.
Beth came out swinging today.
Beth was happy. He's never happy. He can't be a Capricorn.
He's got a lot to say.
I always do. I always choose
for a happy man. That's for sure. That's all I'll say.
He's happy to have opinions.
There you go. I'm a Pisces, so no one likes Pisces. I've found this out as a.
Why is that?
Because we're sensitive, like too sensitive, I guess, and people don't like that.
So are Scorpios,
but they're usually horny.
Pisces or Scorpios?
Scorpios.
Okay.
Anyway, so okay.
On that note.
On the subject of alcohol, I can't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before. We talked about Bloody Marys, right? Or Bloody Marias.
Sure.
And one of our listeners, Ellis. Yes, Ellis. Her and I were talking. The whole
island of Ellis listens to our podcast.
Isaiah, do you want to kick him or do you want me to?
You're in charge. You can do it.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Ellis and I were talking. And she said that basically, long story short, we came up with an amazing idea and we need to try it for the show. I think it'll be great. And if we ever have Ellis as a guest on this show, we need to all do it together. And I think it would be amazing. It is, we decided to call it Dirty Salsa. And it's essentially like a Bloody Mary, but salsa based. So you would have like tequila or some sort of like very acidic liqueur that you would put into the salsa, and then you would dip your chips in it. And we think it'd be really good. We want to try it.
Yeah.
I think if you did tequila, it'd be your best bet.
As a person who's not into Bloody Marys, this sounds disgusting.
Well, I'm also not a Bloody Mary fan. However, I do like salsa. So I think it might be worth trying. Plus, it's like smaller amounts.
For the record, we're going to look at the chat real quick. This is Bethany's friend Ellis.
Fuck off. I hate you. You just sent a photo of Ellis Island.
So, guys, we're going to take a shot with the entire island of Ellis.
Is that what it really looks like? I honestly didn't know that.
That's an aerial view of
Fancy.
Ellis Island. Yes. I think that's more specifically like the immigration office. It's like very famous, you know. Moving on. Now that we've agreed that we would definitely try this drink because it's very cool looking and entertainment and woo fire, we're going to go on to our next segment, Bethany's question of the day.
We have to put a legal disclaimer. If you do decide to use this, you do it at your own risk, and be very careful as it does involve fire. So if you do it,
yes,
you know, we're not liable. Don't
drink it while it's on fire, people.
Yeah, also that's true.
Yeah.
Listen, I thought that's what you were supposed to do with drinks.
No.
Didn't you do that? Like a bartender yelled at you, like, "Oh, what the hell are you doing?"
I almost did. The guy, Isaiah and I we're out for drinks one night with like a bunch of people, and we were gonna get, what was it, B-52s or something. And he's like, "I can light them on fire for you." And we're like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What, do you just like slam it?" He's like, "No. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't give it to you." And I was like, "Okay."
Okay.
You're right.
He saw the look on both their faces, and he was like, "Okay, this is immediate. I'm gonna get sued."
They're rookies.
Legal disclaimer for safety purposes, the best way to do this. Notice how I said floater of 151. So you're gonna make your drink, make it all pretty, pour it into the glass, and then you're gonna add half an ounce to an ounce on top. And very quickly, I would personally prefer that you use one of those barbecue lighters rather than like one of those little Bic lighters that you can use with your thumb because it'll burn the fuck out of your hand. But yeah, light it quickly, watch the effect, and then blow that bitch out before you get it.
Yes.
Anyway.
So my question. Okay, so my question for the day. Since we're on episode 4, fire. We have for the question of the day. Sorry, I'm trying to make this as dragged out as I can. Okay, so which school would you want to join for the Tri-Wizard tournament? Okay. There's Durmstrang, I think is how you say it, which is like the Russian guys. Hogwarts, obviously. And I forget how to say it. It's like Beauxbaton, Beauxbaton. The girls, the girl one.
French ones?
Yes.
The French.
The French.
Goulagoon.
Goulagoon.
I have a follow-up question too. So, anyone have an answer to this? Or
I don't. Is there any reasons? Like, you got any like pitches for each of the houses or anything like that?
Okay, here you go. All right.
They're different schools entirely. They're not a house.
They're completely different schools. Let me just kind of give you guys a little bit of pros and cons of each group, okay? And then you guys can decide. Because obviously everyone's just going to say Hogwarts. So, Durmstrang, however the fuck you say it.
Durmstrang.
First off, they're like really strong, brute kind of guys. So you know that you have that going for you. All right. Hogwarts is kind of like, actually, you know what? We're going to skip Hogwarts. We're going to go to Beauxbatons first. They're intelligent, you know, they're quick on their feet. And then Hogwarts.
French.
Exactly. And then Hogwarts is kind of like a middle ground. So they don't entirely strong, and they're also not entirely like intelligent. They're just kind of like in the middle.
Although they do have Hermione Granger.
But she would never put her name in the Goblet of Fire, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
I'm saying you as a person, like, who would you join?
I think I would join Durmstrang just because I want to hear everyone talk like Victor Crumb does.
Good answer.
Because he sounds like a vampire.
Isaiah?
You know what? I don't know, because I feel like they're all not for me. Because isn't one of the houses like entirely women, so I can't even go to them.
Well, it is 2022.
That is true. That is.
He's like, oh, good hell yeah. Okay, so Isaiah, pick a team.
I'll be a normie. I'll go to Hogwarts.
All right, yeah, I would do the same. I think.
Be a normie.
I think I would want to punch every single person in Durmstrang because I just feel like they're all like frat boys. And then I think Beauxbaton, I just would have nothing in common with any of them. So I just be like, yeah, no, this ain't for me. Hogwarts is a nice middle ground.
Isn't there 7 schools?
No, that's why it's called Tri-Wizard. There's only 3 that compete.
They're in Europe. The other schools
I
are.
got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here is my follow-up question, and I expect a full-on argument about this. So, out of the 3 of us,
Uh-oh.
let's say I'm from one school, Lewis is from another, Isaiah's from another. We are all 3 in the Tri-Wizard tournament. Realistically, and I'll answer truthfully, who would win?
Okay. The confidence on this man.
No hesitation. Give me your reasoning.
Because of what I said in last week's episode, where I said, "Expelliarmus, I'm gonna break your fucking arm," and then
He's gonna strong arm his way into the end.
Yeah, probably.
Isaiah?
Real quick, what were the 3 tasks you have to do?
Well, I think they're different every time, but like from the movies.
Yeah, we'll go with the ones that we were in. The
okay,
movie.
let's pretend we're in the movie. Okay, so the first one was the dragon.
Yeah, that was
then
fun.
Really? Oh, okay, yeah.
Then the second one
was getting a golden egg from a dragon. The second one was finding the golden egg at the bottom of the lake that was like filled with like mermaids and sirens.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one was the maze.
Yeah, the hedge maze, which then led to a port key, which then led to Havana Kedavra!
Harry Potter, the boy who lived.
I'm gonna be honest.
Has come to die.
I would put my money on Beth.
Hey.
Really?
I definitely don't think I'd win.
Well, what about Lewis?
Lewis, I think, would win.
Like versus out of the 3 of us.
Out of the 3 of you?
I feel like actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I think Lewis would. I could see. Okay, sorry, Isaiah, but Isaiah would die first.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Then I could see it being down to Lewis and I feel like Lewis and I would be neck and neck. And Lewis, I think, is more selfless and would be like, "You can win." He'd pull a Cedric and be like, "Go."
Well, Cedric got killed as soon as he came through the fucking port. So
don't worry about it. I think he would. Oh wait, no, didn't he like go like when he fell?
No. They was like, him and Harry found the goblet, the Tri-Wizard goblet, and they grabbed it and they were transported.
No, I'm saying before that, when they're running through the maze and it's closing, and then Cedric like trips.
Oh, yeah, he tries to tell Harry, "Go on without me," or some shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I could see you doing something like more selfless like that.
And then what? You try to save my ass, and then I die
I'd
anyway.
Be like, no, I'd be like, "Fuck you!" No, I'm just kidding.
I could totally see that.
I would try and help you, and then I'd just end up getting us both killed.
It's all right.
Nobody wins. That's the answer.
There you go. That's exactly what would happen. We'd all 3 just like die within the first 2 seconds of the first tournament.
Like the first match, one of us would get eaten by the dragon. The second match, one of us would be drowned by a siren.
I would probably get drowned out of the 3 of us.
Because it would be an Elizabeth Olsen siren. And you'd be like, "Hell yeah, baby, please."
The magic nose.
Oh my God, it was so funny. That makes me... Oh, wait. Did you guys see Doctor Strange yet?
I have, yes.
Nope.
Okay, well, this isn't spoily at all, but it was so funny because we're on our way to go see Doctor Strange, and Jacob was like, "Are you excited to see your girlfriend?" I was like, "Yeah." I am.
At least he knows his place.
Yeah, be interesting. He's like, "Are you going to be into her more now that she's probably the bad guy?" I was like, "Yes."
Yeah.
My actual girlfriend doesn't like watching movies and TV, so, and also, other things that have complicated our availability to go see the movie. So,
this one we can answer is about ourselves. I just thought of this question. At what stage do you think you would die in the Tri-Wizard tournament? Like at which challenge, and like how would you die?
This is very
like
good.
I need like I'm gonna close my eyes and I need an image. If anyone's listening, close your eyes unless you're driving.
I can see Isaiah getting like eaten by
no.
I want you to visualize your own death.
Yes. He's like, here's how Isaiah's gonna die.
I'm not even gonna die in the tournament. Like I'm gonna be on my way to the tournament, and the Whomping Willow's gonna slap the fuck out of me and kill me.
He's just gonna be drunk and show up.
I won the first game, and then falls off a cliff.
I won the first game. Go celebrate on the Hogwarts grounds, and then the Whomping Willow just whops my shit.
Whomps you.
Yeah.
Isaiah.
How
are you dying? Let me picture it. Go ahead.
I'm thinking. All right. I'm gonna. If I don't die by the dragon, which I don't get eaten by the dragon, or fry to a crisp by the dragon, and I get out of there by sheer luck, I'm gonna drown.
Yeah. I think I would too. I would be like, I wouldn't be able to hold my breath that long. I mean, I would have a spell for sure, but like, I hate water. It terrifies me. As a Pisces, I hate water.
Well, this escalated quickly.
So, anyways, that's my question. Thank you. Next.
That's Beth's questions of the day. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next up, Isaiah's fun facts about Harry. Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
Movie.
Movie. Yes. All right. So here are some fun facts.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so good. That's a good one. What's the next one?
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. This one's not just fun. This one's funny.
Oh, wow. What a great segment. Thank you so much, Isaiah. That's all the time we have.
That was good. That was. Whew. Anyway. Okay, guys. Thank you for listening. Sorry.
So, all right. So it's weird. There wasn't a lot of facts that I could double check on this one. However, there is because so there actually we called the big part of the ocean part, not the ocean part, the lake part when they were swimming around in the lake. There was a lot of I guess that was like the biggest thing they had to do for this movie, and so there was a lot of behind the scenes on that stuff. So I have a lot of facts about that thing. So, but we'll get into some of the other ones. So I want you to picture this.
Picture it, Sicily, 1943.
Oh God.
So, for the pivotal role of Cedric Diggory, the person who auditioned for him was Henry Cavill.
I thought Henry Cavill.
I thought it was Henry Cavill.
Yeah, I always heard of Henry Cavill.
I don't know. I thought it was Cavill. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway,
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill. I don't know if he's French or not, or whatever.
I can see it. Not. I honestly could see it.
He's not. I'm pretty sure he's English.
Like a young, like a young version of him. Yeah, I could see it. Very similar vibes. Cedric.
Pre-Superman, sure.
Yes, exactly. Pre-Superman, yeah, I could see it.
There's a video of him pronouncing his own name. He says it's pronounced Cavill, like travel.
Henry, hold on. His full name is Henry William Dalgliesh Cavill.
Oh my God, he belongs in Hogwarts.
He's British.
Yes, he's British. But there's a video of him pronouncing his own name, and he says it's Cavill, like travel. That's another fun fact. If you guys don't, I guess we're gonna add that one in there. But yes, can you imagine Superman playing Cedric Diggory instead of the Batman?
That would honestly. Did you just say the Batman?
Yeah, because
yes, he did.
Robert Pattinson played it.
Oh. For some reason, I thought you were talking about Henry.
So at the time, Robert Pattinson wasn't even Batman. He was Edward from Twilight.
I prefer not to think of him in that light, and I prefer his better.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah, those are the dark ages. But yeah, no. So that's pretty interesting. Next one. So Ray Fiennes, who plays he who shall not be named, Voldemort. Yeah, I named him.
Sorry, I don't know why I lost it.
So he didn't want to have like a prosthetic over his nose to make that like to make the snake look. He wanted the full expression of his face, so that he wanted his face to be unimpeded to allow himself to his full facial range, so that they can get it. So while doing the movie, they just put a bunch of dots on his face to digitally remove his nose later. So the whole time, so the entirety of his time in this franchise, he has his nose digitally removed instead of having a prosthetic on, because he wanted his full face.
That makes me think of like
Michael
Vision.
Jackson.
No, what the fuck?
Who?
I was talking about remember when he said Michael Jackson was going to audition for Jar Jar Binks and he wanted to do prosthetics?
Oh, I thought you were talking about his nose.
No.
Oh God.
I have respect for the man. Come on.
I'm sorry. Either way, what was I saying?
I don't know. What were you saying?
Oh, that makes me think of Vision from Marvel. Have you ever seen behind the scenes of how he looks without all the CGI?
Yeah.
Weird.
It's great. I love it. I could not do that. Like, I couldn't take him seriously if he looked like that.
Can you imagine Elizabeth Olsen like trying to kiss that?
Yeah. Can I imagine Elizabeth Olsen trying? I can imagine that.
All right, calm down, Scorpio.
No.
All right then. We should actually rename this episode Beth's
Love
Beth's imagination. Just Beth's imagination. Anyway, moving on.
All right,
Isaiah's facts.
We're gonna get into some weird drama. Okay, now this one I didn't know about this one until I started researching, and this is really weird. Okay, Emma Thompson, who plays Professor Sybil Trelawney.
Trelawney.
What is you and your pronunciation of things?
Sybil Trelawney.
Sure, whatever he said. Had to film on days that Helena Bonham Carter, who plays Bellatrix Lestrange, they had to film on and off. Like when one was on set, the other one wasn't there, and vice versa. Due to the fact that Thompson's ex-husband is Kenneth Branagh, who played Lockhart in the previous movie.
Oh.
He cheated on Thompson with Helena.
Oh.
Prior to the movies.
Drama.
Yeah, this is years prior to the movies, and so then they hired both of them, and they're like, oh, this is going to be awkward.
Awkward.
So
Has anyone seen Helena Bonham Carter though? Because I mean, do I blame him?
Amazing. So talented.
Beautiful woman. Very, very versatile.
Oh
acting.
yeah. She's got this source of elegance behind her. Elegancy.
That's
What's the word?
Better.
That's not
elegance or elegancy would work, but
eleganceness.
Eleganceness.
A very Bethany word.
Yeah, there's too many E's in that.
She has a lot of eleganceness.
She's a very elegant woman in general.
Can you see the homeschooling coming out of her right now?
Shut the fuck up. Hey, homie, listen.
Also, if you want to shit on me for my pronunciation of things, I know someone who can't pronounce Bethesda. So,
what do they say?
They just can't pronounce that.
What do they say, like Bethesda?
I don't even know what they say, to be quite honest.
It comes out different every time.
Yeah, kind of.
I have a friend who says when he says Earth, he says Earth. So it's like
it's
like URF. It's like every time I hear it, I'm like, can you say that again?
Yarth.
Earth.
Do you know what that's from, Isaiah?
No.
Lilo and Stitch.
I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch since they came out in theaters.
It's one of my favorite movies. Anyways, next one.
So while filming his underwater scenes, Daniel Radcliffe got 2 ear infections. So, that is very annoying. Throughout the whole movie, the filming, he had 2 ear infections. I don't know if any of you had ear infections when you were growing up, but those things hurt.
I did.
I used to have pool air, basically, because I would swim so much. Swimmer's ear, that's the word.
Pool ear.
I knew there was a term for it too. I used to have swimmer's ear a lot as a kid because I just would swim all the time, and yeah, it was not fun. I had to get like the eardrops and shit.
I had a lot of ear infections as a small child, and as a fun fact, since you guys know about this, I currently have tinnitus in my left ear.
Mm-hmm.
So,
always fun.
And for our listeners, what that means is my left ear is constantly ringing, and it's annoying.
No, I was gonna
yeah, kind of.
How does that happen?
It could be natural hearing loss. It could be unexplained causes. It could be a million different things, really. It just depends on what it is. Because there's regular tinnitus and then there's pulsatile tinnitus, which is a blood pressure issue.
What you're trying to say is that the human body is weak.
What I'm trying to say is the human body creates new fucking ways to fuck itself up every day.
So therefore it's weak.
And no, honestly, it's not weak. It's impressive at the strength it has to fuck itself up.
The creativity.
The creativity and its clumsiness.
The creativity meets the clumsiness, exactly. What was I going to... someone at work has described it as a voice in my head and has named it Donnie from the Wild Thornberries.
Oh, I thought you were in this like Adonis. I was like...
No.
I would kill myself.
But they named it Donnie from the Wild Thornberries, and so I just think every time it like gets really loud in the kitchen, I just think. There you go. That was way better than what I did.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like the Wild Thornberries.
Isaiah,
what controversial opinion?
We're not here for these controversial opinions, my friend.
I lose more and more respect.
Every day we stray further from God.
I don't know. It just wasn't my favorite show. I thought there was other shows that were better shows. So Radcliffe was given a professional diver's record book for Christmas after he had logged 41 hours and 38 minutes total while filming.
Jeez. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, he basically had enough experience to become a professional diver because of how much experience he was going in that pool to film the underwater scenes.
That's kind of cool.
Now, so while they're filming it underwater, they can only film 10 seconds at a time.
Jeez.
So yeah, so he could get air from a 20-member diving team that was literally behind the camera.
Oh God.
There was a lot of people in that freaking tank.
That must have taken forever to get through because it's a long scene.
To get his lines underwater, so he would obviously he would say the lines underwater when they were doing the filming, right? But to actually record his lines, he stuck his head into a bucket with a microphone attached underneath it. And pictures can be found of him online. He looks like he's waterboarding himself because he's just kneeling, hunched over with his face inside a bucket of water with a microphone underneath it, and he's just yelling into it.
That's great. I love it.
It looks so weird.
That's our thumbnail.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Or did you
put your name in the bucket?
In the bucket of fire.
Did you put your name in the Did you put your name in the goblet of water? So Emma Watson, this is our last fact of the day. Emma Watson did not like filming the Yule Ball, as she had an immense pressure and was given a lot of directions on like how to walk down the stairs and stuff in the Cinderella dress. So she did not like that scene. She did not enjoy filming it at all. She thought it was too much pressure. She didn't like all the directions she was given. Yeah, she was just not having a good time that day.
Well, yeah, because it was supposed to be like a very pivotal scene for her, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what changes her from like this nerdy like person that no one thought of to like, oh, she's actually
Very
beautiful
attractive.
once you do your hair. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I liked Hermione in Goblet of Fire. I'm not gonna lie. She was a little emotional, but I liked her arc that was happening.
But yeah, so those are all my facts for today.
Whoa. They
Whoa.
were horrible. No, they're good. They were good.
It was weird. There wasn't a lot on this one.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised. It's not really like the number one Harry Potter film, as opposed to like the first. I feel like the first two and the last two are going to be the ones with the most. All right, so then now we will rate the film. Who wants to go first?
I thought it was okay. This is not my favorite of the franchise. It does have some very pivotal scenes. Like obviously the ending is very important because it introduces Voldemort and all that stuff. So it is. I don't know. It's just a lot of the movie I felt like was just unnecessary. It was also too horny. I don't like how horny this movie was. It was really creepy.
What do you mean
was like
horny?
there was a lot of scenes where it was like
it was just a lot of teenage drama, is what he's saying.
No, he's saying it's horny.
No, yeah, because there's a 5-minute scene of Daniel Radcliffe like sitting in the tub with Moaning Myrtle like hanging out and like trying to like touch him and stuff. That is so weird. That scene made me so uncomfortable. there was like a lot of those, and there was a lot of those weird. No, I'm not. There was a lot of weird. Vibes. It was just a lot of weird vibes. That made me very uncomfortable. I was like, I understand this, like, oh yeah, they're going through puberty, but I was like, this doesn't seem necessary to kind of put on screen or like talk about. Like, it doesn't really do anything for the characters. It kind of just there.
Yeah, I'll admit, I'll agree. It was kind of weird, for sure.
And then also the whole Yule Ball thing, it felt just kind of out of place. So I believe my original meme review that I put on Letterboxd for this was this is the high school slice of life anime of the series because it just felt like a high school slice of life episode. And I was like, all right, so is the next movie going to be the beach episode of an anime? Like, what is this? This is really weird. But yeah, so it's not my favorite. I gave it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I would also give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's kind of like a mid tier for me. I agree with Isaiah. I wasn't a huge fan of. I mean, I get it because of the age of all the characters and everything. That's kind of expected. Usually, that kids that age, that's kind of what because they're going through puberty and they're like, "Oh my god, I love you" and stuff. So, and like personally, didn't want to watch that. So
yeah, they also made Ron really whiny. Like they made him unbearably whiny.
Well, Ron has always been like the whiny one, but
they dialed it up to 11 on this one.
I think I didn't. Yeah, I was just impartial to it. I liked obviously like certain parts of it. Like I liked the actual Triwizard Cup and like the actual challenges and everything. But like the Yule Ball, I was kind of impartial to. So I would also give it a 3 out of 5.
I will give it a 3.5 based
just to spite us.
No, it's execution of the film was not up to par with what the book was because the book was actually way better. But
oh, right. You have the book comparison.
I do. So I'm going to go with 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. Was there anything that happened in the book that didn't happen in the movie that you can remember? That should have been in the movie?
No, most of the stuff that was in like the book, like they covered most of the very important scenes from the book. It was just like the way they executed some of these things. Ergo, the Moaning Myrtle scene with Harry in the tub was described a little bit differently in the book. Like the imagination you had of that scene was different from what they did on screen.
So you gave it a 3 out of 5, or 3.5 out of 5, I mean?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it seemed like we're all pretty same understandings.
I just like to add real quick. Is this the episode that they add Cho Chang when she comes in?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought that was, since it's supposed to be like a significant relationship, apparently, it didn't come across as that because it was so rushed and so like.
Yeah, I can see what you. I mean, I never read the books, so I don't know if like she's a big character in the books.
It's supposed to be a big like romance for Harry.
Yeah, I thought so too. But yeah, I will say they kind of brushed past it in the series.
Yeah, it's very
not even like
it felt half-assed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not even like in the sense of like, oh my god, like Harry falls in love with a girl or some shit like that. It's like the way they describe it, the way that it was shown on film versus the way it was described in the book. Is like, this is Harry's like coming of age crush like on a girl at that age versus like the way they showed it in the film was like, oh my god, she's the popular girl at Hogwarts and she's cute and kind of likes Harry too or something, but she's like with Cedric Diggory and then Cedric Diggory dies. So
then he slides in.
So then Harry slides in the DMs.
Yeah. All right. So is there anything you guys would change then? I think I know Isaiah's, but I would assume Isaiah's less horny. Apparently, it's horny.
That's what actually. That's what Kat's husband wrote. He said, "This is the horny. This is a horny episode."
Oh God, Lewis, what would you change if you had to change anything?
I wouldn't particularly change. So I want to say it's. I guess I would want to like kind of go back to the books and maybe redesign a couple scenes.
Mm-hmm.
As to how they're like portrayed, some of the stuff was like skipped over a little bit or rushed through, like the Cho Chang or the bath scene or the dragon.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would agree on that. I would just kind of maybe add a little more depth to it. Just felt rushed for a movie.
Yeah, I felt like they were trying to focus on two very major plot lines and they kind of fell apart on both because they couldn't both share the screen at the same time.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be too long.
Yeah, because there's the whole Yule Ball thing, and then you have the Triwizard Tournament thing, and they're both two very major important plot points, I guess.
Yeah.
And since they have to equalize. They kind of, it's like multitasking. Like you can't give either one 100%, so they end up at 50%. So then it just ends up subpar.
Yeah. Look at that. We all agree. That's wild.
Oh my God.
Are we all feeling okay?
Okay. As much as I would like to continue this conversation, though, I do have to sign off.
Wait, let me do can I do the outro real quick?
Yes, please.
Great. Okay, I'm going to do this outro real quick because Lewis has to go. So thanks for listening, guys. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Silver Screen Ships. You can also follow us on Twitter at Silver Screen Ship with no S. You can email us also at silverscreenships@gmail.com with any movie suggestions you have for our next listeners episode. We post every Monday morning on YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes. We will see you guys in the next episode. We're going to talk about episode 5. Thank you. Bye.
Wait, Ozzy ever in your favor? I never knew she could talk that fast.
Oh my God. I think I passed out. I blacked out. What happened?
Bethany, put your name in the Goblet of Fire.